So, I am going for a trip, well, a very small trip for Copenhagen, where I am going to watch this Alex Warren concert. So it will be a trip for 2 to 3 days, and we're gonna explore, well, in the free time, what we're gonna do. So, as you can see right here, that's the plane I'm gonna use soon. So yeah, it will take me around 30-40 minutes to take this flight from where I am right now. So it's gonna be very fun to explore everything later on. So for this trip here, the main focus is to come to a concert tomorrow with Alex Warren. And in the meantime, we will go and explore the rest of Copenhagen, see what the amusing things there is. So here we have. So, first day over here in Copenhagen is over, and it was actually a quite pleasant day. We started out with going straight to new Carlsberg Glyptotek, where we saw plenty of different statues, many pictures, paintings, and apparently also we saw 2 mummies. Last time I went to see some mummies was actually when I went to Egypt. And down there I became quite disappointed because all the places we went to was, they were out of order, so it was not possible to see that. So it was actually quite amusing to see that we could find some over here in Denmark. Yeah, the more you know. But yeah, anyway, after that we went straight to the Royal Library. It was a really beautiful old building. So plenty of nice old architectures. Well, some of the rooms that we wanted to see was out of order, so. But anyway, the outside was quite nice. So, but yeah, you can see that in the video. And after that, we went straight to Christiansborg's castle. Very impressive building, very beautiful. And we were apparently able to get up into the tower to see the whole view of Copenhagen, and it was a very beautiful view. I would highly recommend that if you should be able to come over here. So definitely go and try that, and it was free, so that's nice. So, but yeah, when we finished with Christian's castle, we went straight to find something to eat, and we found a small restaurant, and it was called Momo Workbox. Yeah, it was a small restaurant where we could get some wok, noodle, rice, and some snacks at the same time. It was quite delicious. So, and the best part was it was just downtown. So when we were finished, we just went straight to the metro, where we went out to our small apartment where we have rented. Yeah, we just chose this place that was called Copenhagen Metro. So it's just a huge, carbon renting place. Just the size that we need. I think the room that we have is 12 square meters, so yeah, it's perfect. So now I am excited for what tomorrow is going to show. What else we're going to go out and explore in this city. And of course in the evening we are going to this, as I mentioned, Alex Warren concert. So I'm looking quite forward to that, and I think it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully it's going to be very fun. But yeah, we'll see. So tomorrow, here we go. Olsen-banden, one of the best actors, in my opinion, who has made comedy in Denmark in the past. So right in here is quite hot, and I can definitely say that the moisture is quite high. If you should be able to go into this beautiful house, I would definitely recommend it. Those plants in here, they are very beautiful, and it is quite an old house. So huh. This place here is absolutely incredible. Those all these different cactus in here, looking quite nice. I am a little cactus fan, so this place here is very amusing. Quite delicious.
That was awesome.
Second day is over. So many things we had explored, so many things to see, and of course the concert. It was very fun, and the best thing was there was a guesting star that came to the concert. It was Lucas Graham. So he came, and Lex Warren and him, they did a duet. So it was very fun to see. So, but yeah, the day itself, it was the highlight of my day was actually in the beginning. As you saw, we were out seeing some of statues that was called Olsen-banden. 3 guys in some old Danish movies, where each was Egon, Benny and Kjell. Highly recommend those if anyone should be wanting to see those. One of my best childhood memories from the television. But yeah, other than that, we went for plenty of shoppings in the Frederiksberg Center and so on. Yeah, the lady, she wanted to try different clothes, so it had to be taken care of before we went further into the city again. And the best part about that place, where Frederiksberg Center was, there was a garden close by. It was also called Frederiksberg Garden, and it was a beautiful area. Plenty of squirrels. As you can see, this small one I filmed that was looking for food and crawling on the trees, and yeah, it became a small movie star when I was video capturing it. So it was quite fun. But the best part was when we went straight over to Botanical Garden. The way they have located everything in that place was absolutely, yeah, to be honest, gorgeous. If my garden was that big, I would definitely have done that. Maybe something similar. But yeah, if you are coming to Copenhagen, I would definitely recommend to come to Botanic Garden. And if you are there, definitely go into a Palmer house. Beautiful plants everywhere. It was a highly recommended place to come into, and especially the place where all the cactus was. So many different varieties, beautiful plants. And yeah, the best thing after the cactus was actually the butterfly house. We both, my lady and I, we tried to have a butterfly under our finger, as you guys can see, or well, saw. It was actually quite amusing to see that the little buggy didn't want to let go. So it was amusing. We went to different stalls where we could try something food, some cakes, some delicacies, and the one video where you guys can see that I was doing some magic with a croissant with a pistache cream inside. Yeah, I'm some kind of a magician, I know. So it was a little fun trick to do. And yeah, the best part, before we had to go to the concert, we just thought, you know what? Let's go for all buffet where you can just eat everything we wanted. So we went straight into a field center. There was a restaurant that was called, yeah, what was it called? Dalle Valle. It was actually quite delicious. All the meat was just so tender, it was just falling apart when we ate it. So highly recommend that if you're coming to that place. Or maybe going to a concert in the Royal Arena, so just go up there before. It was quite delicious. So yeah, that was all for today. Now we are just going to relax and see what tomorrow will bring. Yeah, we'll go with the flight again back to our home. But we will still have plenty of time to explore a little more of Copenhagen. So I'm looking quite forward to that. Yeah, maybe it will be just stores. I'm hoping a little more sightseeing. But yeah, we'll see what the day tomorrow will bring. So, now our time in Copenhagen is coming to an end. And I must say, it was a very enjoyable time. Nice city. Yeah, I would say that the people were also nice, but the only ones I talked to was some few locals and the ones in the stores. So, but yeah, anyway, today we spent most of the day just shopping, going through and see different clothes, taste some delicious foods and so on. So it was quite pleasant. And yeah, we well, I chose to go into the DJI's official store here in Denmark to see if they had the new Pocket 4 camera. And to my surprise, it came out yesterday. So I had the pleasure to try it and see it. I must say that I was a little disappointed in the features it had. Well, some of the features was actually quite nice. The new one had the internal storage also. It was apparently 128 gigs, so it was quite nice. So you could even have internal and you can have a secondary option. So it was nice to see. Plus there were two buttons. So one where you can just now zoom by itself and then a return button. So instead of going through all the options every time you have to zoom or use the console. So it was nice. Yeah. Other than that, it was they have upgraded now to have some attachments to it. So now you can apparently have some light on the back, just behind the camera, with magnetic attachments. So it was quite fun to see. But yeah, when we came into the store and after we talked about this Pocket 4 camera, I went over to look at the drones, and yeah, I decided to buy small drones that I could have some fun with. So to begin with, I chose to have this Neo 2 combo version. It's basically just with a controller and more batteries. So it's going to be very amusing. So stay tuned for when I'm going to show how this is functioning. and all the fun. So I hope I'm not gonna crash too much with the drone. But now that I have it, I am expecting to use it quite a lot, especially on maybe some runs or bikings. So I'm looking quite forward to that in the future. But yeah, now that our trip here in Copenhagen is coming to an end, we will just keep enjoying it before we have to go to our flight. So thanks for watching. It was very enjoyable.